Okay, how's this working? Da, 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 da. Okay. Hello, Pennington TMD. Can you hear me? Well, hi, Ray. Hello, Jackie. Joyce won't be here for a while. She might be hiding till after it. Hi, Lee. Lee, you missed the song I was writing about you in your live stream. Hi, Simon. Hello, Ewan. Hi, Chris. And Ray, Pennington. Hey, Pennington, we got a night Chew. Ding. That's my friends who watch from afar. How's everybody doing today? My last 2 weeks have been insane, but not in the way one would normally expect after 33 years of teaching, this being my 34th. I haven't even seen students yet. 2 weeks of work, and it's just been we have to be in our classrooms alone, and we have all kinds of training videos and seminars, both live and recorded, that we have to watch and attend. I guess they're trying to tell us if you're finding this boring, that's what your students are going to do when you're lecturing for 45, 50 minutes at a time. So, but oh, it's been tedious. But also, we're getting trained on all kinds of new tech to use in our teaching and then having to practice it. So, there's a lot of positives to it as well. I'm learning. I used to be a very techie guy, but in the last 10 years, I've really fallen way behind the time. That's the phone. It's BS calls, sales calls, political calls. Yeah, you guys in England have a bank holiday. We have a holiday the following weekend. All right. So anyhow, yeah, it's just been crazy, and but I have been learning a lot. So a week ago, half my colleagues were ready to have heart attacks and retire, and now we've talked a few off the ledge. I'm getting more pretty comfortable with what we're doing. So I haven't had a lot of time, as I told you I won it a couple of weeks ago when I did my last stream. But we did do a new song. Actually, I did do a song um about 2 weeks ago, right before my last live stream. I was in Chris Hale's Heritage Railway site, and for ever since I put out my first video, people were saying, "Hey, you got to write Hammer to Fall about Lee from Anfield Road because he's famous for his hammer and his double O gauge hammer." And I started writing the song Hammer to Fall, and everybody had been asking, everybody, "Oh, you got to do that one." I was like, I can't just do it upon request. But I was in Lee's chat, and all of a sudden I did start finagling with it and wrote a couple of stanzas to it in Chris's uh, it's a morning to me. It's 3 p.m. His regular chat show a couple of Fridays ago, 2 weeks ago today, in fact. And I wrote two stanzas in there, and then I had to get back to work and worked and worked and worked and said, okay, I think I've got something here. I'm going to go home and write it. And I went home and started writing it and thinking about the video and everything else. And then I get a text message from Jackie, who's like, hey, check this out. And the very clever and talented David Williams had just recorded Hammer to Fall about Lee. And I will admit, there's about 10, 20 seconds where I was like, God damn it, stole my idea. And then, like, everybody's been joking about doing it. And then I'm like, well, this is my niche. I've started the song bit. Blah, blah. And then, you get over it quickly. And it's like, hey, he did a great job. And B, he sings much better than I do. Much better as in, he sings a lot better than me, just like the Grand Canyon is a lot bigger than a ditch in the road. I had to scrap that, and I kind of lost creative juices. And then my wife suggested the song we'll be demoing for you later. Hey, Lewis, good to see you. I'm just chatting away, killing time, seeing who's going to show up. We just, let's get some trains running while we're at it. One of these days I'll hit the right button. There we go. All right, let's get everybody going. I was running them in for about 15, 20 minutes. Had a couple of, just one derailment with my red Regio Bond. But you guys can start watching some trains while I'm nattering on. So this was an awkward time, but there's a couple of people who do things at 4 and 5, and I want to at least jump in ahead of time. But anyhow, and I was feeling pretty down because I had just really been working on this song, and I can't turn around and release my version because then it looks like I copied off of Dave. And literally last weekend, my wife was just, why don't you try to write a song? And she just started throwing out songs. She says, I'll even sing it for you. And I'm like, yeah, you said you might sing the last one and didn't. And she just kept throwing out songs and songs and songs. And then we played a playlist, and I'm not going to tell you the song this time. I'll let you guys figure it out once it gets going. She just rambled song title after song title, and she just said, pick one of your playlists and let's go through. And she started throwing out ideas. I was like, no, that's stupid. No, not that one. No, that's not good either. You can't force it. It's just got to happen. And so we just sat there and listened through the playlist, and then all of a sudden, the song we wound up doing popped up, and it was just like that, I just immediately started writing the lyrics to it. And so, hey, Kevin, how are you? Wow, a 240-mile trip. That's about how far I have to go to my local train shop. No, only about half that, actually. But 120 miles there and 120 miles back, so yeah. So yeah, it is that far. So Joyce agreed to sing it, and there's a long story about Joyce singing it. Joyce is a much better singer than I am. There are songs in certain keys and pitches where she sounds like an angel. She's really good. Then there's other types of songs she's not as good a singer at. And she's also very nervous. She's very shy about her singing voice. She's been in choirs and that, so she knows she had a good enough voice to be in choirs for church and school and things like that. But she's very unsure. She doesn't have a lot of self-confidence in that area. So she started trying to sing it Tuesday night, where she was memorizing the lyrics I wrote and try to work on it. And actually, I wrote it over the weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday really hammered out some things and found the right music and hammered her voice Tuesday and Wednesday. And she listened to my final version. She's got, oh, I sound terrible on that one. And so she spent yesterday, she did about 12 takes trying to do a better version. And her allergies have been way up this week. And her asthma's been acting up. So she's got all these excuses already. And oh my God, she burned her throat out yesterday. She has laryngitis today. It's hysterical. She sang her voice raw and today could not talk. She has laryngitis. Between her allergies and nasal drainage and having done about 20 takes of the song, none of which she's happy with, but finally decided one was okay enough. But yeah, she burned her throat out. Hi, Leslie, how are you, sir? Tim JD, good to see you. Oh, you got your Q1 back, Simon. That's good. Runs better before it was sent off. So there's Lee in that. I'm going to just wait a little bit, let you watch trains. What are we running today? By now you probably have them all memorized. There's my old Railjet. I got my my yellow and blue metronome back out. I put the Christmas steamer away. Sorry if you're a steam fan, no steams today. My ICE3. I am still running a freight train. Just because people always say, don't you ever run freight? Well, this is like 5 straight live streams I've been running freight. We got the red Regio bond going around. And then in the background, we got that diesel lint class. Yes, and Tim, your videos from where you were at are gorgeous. My wife and I want to ride that train, the one that goes right by the sea coast there, where you got the seawall and when the waves are high, they splash up off the wall and over the train. Yeah, we want to do that. Probably until the time we get in there and there's a massive storm swell and the waves are rocking the train. But other than that, we do. So again, I'll ask, how is everybody doing before I get to the feature? Hello, Hypno's Best. So yeah, I did introduce all the trains today. What else is new in my world besides being back to work and dead tired, mentally strained? I do have my 3D printer. I think I announced it came in on my last live feed, but I've now put it together. I still haven't done anything with it, but I put it together. I'm working on leveling it and then doing a test print with it, but I do have my 3D printer. I also wound up ordering a improved tray, a glass tray that is easier to get the prints off of them when you work with it. So happy to hear that. I'm happy that came in the other day. So 2 of my train friends are coming down tomorrow, at least. Matt, I think you're listening out there. You're not on YouTube, but you might be watching. Let me know if you and Steve are still coming down. I probably should have just texted and asked, but I was assuming you would be. Although I planned on catching up with you through the week, and things have just been chaotic here. My daughter had her latest check. Everything with the baby's going pretty good. My daughter is getting her sugar under control, so she's been struggling, but they're happy with the progress, and so that's good. And so it's all been good. And I'm just showing the one thing again. Let's go to some other pictures here. Nothing happening there. Come on, Railjet, where are you, dude? Yeah, you're coming up on the 11 lane. Let's put a little more speed on the high-speed trains. I mean, if you're a high-speed train, you should be doing some high speed. Don't you agree? It's been harder to keep up with everybody's videos and on YouTube, but I have done so. There's been a lot of dead time at work. I've actually been able to either meetings have ended and given me a little time. By the way, if anybody catches me and it's not Anthony Model Train Outsider, it's just Anthony Dodge, don't subscribe to that channel. I mean, it's not a big deal if you did. But that's just my work because I'm not allowed to use personal stuff at home, but I have an officially work approved, but heavily monitored YouTube account. So I really have to keep everything PG-13 when I'm at work. So yeah, let's catch the Regio bond slowly coming up and the Railjet. So there's that red Regio bond. One of these days I'll get the fourth main car. Let's see, who just came in? Somerset Andy, nice to see you. Stephen Price, good to have you here. We're up to 18 now. All right, so answer this question real quick. What's your first priority here? Just to hear from me again, see my trains again, or are you waiting to see the new song and video? That's an actual question. I expect to see answers in the... and I want truth, no butt kissing. My freight train is basically about a quarter of its loop around, so it's moving pretty quick there. All the above. Oh, see, like I said, no butt kissing. No brown nosing, as we used to call it. Does anybody still call it brown nosing, kissing somebody's butt? Patronizing them. Patronize means you visit something. Patronize means you give them a little too much friendly talk. The song, please. Because I've got to set that song up just a bit more. And again, I didn't get a chance to do a OBS test to see if it was working. I'm just going to assume it works. You guys will have to say no volume or something, and then you might have to wait. Yeah, this the video that goes with it. My wife Joyce is the singer. She's very nervous and very self-conscious because she doesn't think her voice sounds as good as she thinks she could have done. And I told her, yeah, you're right, honey. You did suck this time, but you'll do better next time. I said, besides, after hearing my voice, yours is good. Hello, Jason. So, anyhow, we actually filmed what we considered a really, really cool video to go with it, including my wife doing some acting on a green screen that we were then importing into it. Unfortunately, we had problems with the lighting and the green screen. On camera, doing it, we didn't see any issues, but lighting and subtle shades or what have you, it didn't work. So we're going to redo it and add it because I'll eventually post this video separately with the singing, as opposed to where I post my versions without my singing. Yes, we did do an extended version of the video that you'll see today, which we will fix up and repost hopefully sometime over the weekend. So we're still at 18. That's all I get today. Oh well. I look at those people that get 200, 300 people in the live chat, and I guess I'm glad it's not that many, but man, I'd like to get that 25 to 30 mark a couple more times. I don't beg for subscribers, but I beg for people in my chats. Let's see, does everybody have their right channel? Yeah. The STS crew. Yeah, I haven't seen Heath in a while. Maybe he's been working or busy or something. I haven't seen him online in a few days. But again, with all the live streams I'm no longer attending, there's a lot of people I haven't seen in a while because that's when I see them. All right. I need a drinky poo. I got that from the British comedian Kenny Everett. Radio disc jockey and comedian Kenny Everett. Interesting history. Kenny Everett died of AIDS. He was best friends with Freddie Mercury, who also died of AIDS, well, AIDS-related complications. And they were actually given AIDS by the same gentleman. They had a boyfriend in common. And that gentleman infected them both and killed them both. He took out one of the greatest singers in the history of the world and took out one of the funniest comedians and disc jockeys of the 60s and 70s. Well, hello, New Junction. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, please be polite because it is my wife singing instead of me. But I will put the trains on pause. And very quickly, as soon as I start it, would you guys tell me if you hear sound? I'm not telling you what the song is, but this is song number 4 in our train-related song. This is written from a train modeler's, train collector's wife's point of view, hence it made more sense to have the wifey poo sing it. So just one person, 2 people, give me a quick yes that it's coming through. I always suggest turn your mics up because I never know how the volume is working through here. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Before the break of dawn, and I wonder how much I can go on. Trains to the left of me, wheelers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you. Yes, I'm stuck at a train show with you. And I wondered how much cash should go through. It's so hard to keep all eyes on my face when there's so much more you want to display.
Poor Joyce. Gotta be careful what you volunteer for. Yeah, Joyce is not here yet. She should be walking in the door in about 10 minutes, and I don't know if she'll come downstairs. So, all right, guys, what'd you think? I mean, I see some people saying awesome and great. Definitely much better singing than my attempts at doing Bohemian Rhapsody and the digital song, or Supertramp's The Logical Song. If you're new here and you have not caught on, I have taken up a childhood hobby and now I'm applying it to my train hobby, which is I make up joke lyrics to famous songs, usually about some topic or politics or whatever else, but I've started doing it to trains. I blame Chris because he seems to prompt me to it. It just seems to happen in his morning to me, live streams. I will play it again later just to embarrass her. But yeah, not that it ever made me famous. I always considered myself a very good writer. That's the place I'll be ego. Running trains? No, I'm a numbskull. Doing home repairs and rebuilding rooms and plumbing and stuff in my house, I consider myself pretty good. But writer, I consider myself both a technical writer to be very good, and as a creative writer, poetry and stuff like that. And this stuff, it just, I tend to just go with the flow. And sometimes I'll go back a couple of weeks later and say, oh, if I'd put this word in instead of that word, it would have been even funnier or something. But it's just something I do. What's that, Chris? She deserves a standing ovulation. Wait, no, ovation. Ovation. Standing ovation. So that's it. You can all leave now. No, yeah, I'm just running my trains. And, yeah, I did have a lot of fun. Like I said, there was some video in there. Well, that's not in there. We filmed, and the green screen, the chroma key was not working properly. There was something wrong with our green screen and the lighting, and we just couldn't get it right. We tried it 3-4 different times, and whatever it was, it worked great when I did 2015 pirating my channel a few weeks ago. It worked great, and this time it didn't work. So we'll try to refilm that and add it in. The whole point of the video was just to make it look like it's busy, all sorts of different things to catch your eyes with the idea, the wife is just a little overstimulated, and it's time to come home, honey. So, thank you. Yes, the other somewhat big news is I have 600 subs. I celebrated at 500 with a contest. I celebrated at 200. I'm not celebrating at 600. Yeah, it's great. It's a milestone, but it's one more than 599. Look, there are so many people I love and respect, and they have huge amounts of subscribers. I never set up my channel to get subscribers so that I have 600. I watch people like even Charlie Bishop at Chadwick, and he talks about how to get subscribers, and some people are like, what's the point of your channel? I started this channel because I wanted to meet a few other train people. If I met 10 other people and we were able to talk trains and share videos, I would have been happy. Once I got 100 subscribers, I'm like, well, I wonder if it'll go. Well, okay, once I got 100 subscribers, that was friends and family. Once I got to 200 subscribers and realized there were other insane people that found something in my channel, because I don't have a niche, okay? I'm an American guy who does not have a designed layout, who's just running as many German trains as he can because he has ADD, and this is what floats his boat. But the goal of my channel was to meet people. At 100 subscribers, task accomplished. So now that it's 600, it's amazing. Hi, David Cook. So, but, now, because of the positive response, both to my American series, because that's when my channel really exploded, was doing the American stuff for non-German speaking people, and my subscriptions went up quickly. I probably went from 175 subscribers to 350 subscribers in 4 months just by starting to do American-based shows, which were more serious and don't have the silliness with the Ghost of 2015, which 90% of my subscribers don't get anyhow, because it's just kind of an in-joke with my friends and me. And that's the thing. Almost everything I do on this channel is in-jokes that only people who really know me will get. And that's not how you win a lot of people. I'm not daily building something, Tim Wells, oh my God, watching him build N-Gauge live, how quickly and masterfully did it was just amazing. Lee building live, Ali building live. all these amazing people. Richard showing what he's done. Richard at New Junction. Richard at Everard Junction. Richard at every other junction that has a Richard. I love that stuff, but that's not me, and it's never going to be me, especially with the degenerative arthritis and stuff. But I don't know, maybe my niche now will be doing silly train show videos, train song videos. I don't know. Seems to get a positive response lately. Hey, Mickey the Moocher, good to see you. So, we're up to 22. So, yeah, if you missed it and you're interested, I'll play the video. I don't know, I guess whenever people say play it again. I really want to get Joyce in here. Let her read the comments first because she's going to hide. She is very, very... When she said she was going to do it, I had a, yeah, right, sure you will. You'll chicken out at the last minute. And bless her heart, she did it. And like I said, she did so many takes on Wednesday and Thursday. She texted me this morning because I'm up and gone before she gets up. I get up at 5 and leave at 6, and she gets up at 6:30 and leaves at 8. And she texted me, I have laryngitis. And just every take we did, and there's some like, oh, I love how your voice was here. If only you could have done it louder. It was really melodic here. And then she did a version where she said, just let me listen to the actual song where I can get in tune with Jerry Rafferty's voice. And so I could never listen to one song and sing my joke lyrics over it. It would confuse me. I'd start singing along with the actual song. But she just sat there, she popped it in her ear, and she sang it beautifully. It was probably her best rendition. The problem is the actual song was at a slightly different tempo to the generic version I used in the video. And I couldn't line it up, trying to slow it down or trying to break up it just within 2 lines, she was off beat. So we went with this version. She's probably sneaking around the back door, the one that's not near the basement, just so she knows I'm waiting for her to come home. Honey, I'm going to be at work an extra 2 hours. Well, that was the thing, Ollie, when we were in the summer there and I was out of work for 5 months, the live streams helped keep me sane, and I've said it every stream lately, but I give, when Tim Wells started doing his daily thing, I still think, even though, Tim probably deserves 5,000 subs for how awesome he and Rosie are, but he started doing daily bits there, which I got up for. I would do my morning exercises for my back injury and other things, and then I would tune in Tim and then go work on my day, and it was a great break of the routine, and then other people started doing their things, and more people came in. Doing live streams or just really cool shows like your channel, Ollie, and the old standbys as well. Tristan at Double O'Neill. Just all these people suddenly popped up on it, and you could see how the numbers just swelled quickly because we were all desperate. I probably joined 75 channels in a 3-month period. Yeah, speaking of which, Mickey, yes, but I will play it again, I'm sure. Oh, Baker Street. Baker Street would be easy to parody, but it would be so hard. It is such a sad song. I don't think I could do you could do a funny version of it, I'm sure. But it's one of those songs I think is just so perfect and beautiful, I would never mess with it. And sadly, I think that song killed Jerry Rafferty in the long run because he was such a sensitive guy and he hated the music industry, and that song was just so huge, everybody wanted a piece of him. I love that song, one of the greatest sax songs in a great sax in a rock and roll song. Oh my God, that song is just awesome. And if you don't know Baker Street, catch up with it. And if you do know Baker Street and don't think it's awesome, then you're a freaking moron. Made it better. No, I'm sorry, Jason, no. Very rarely does somebody do a better version of the original. The Beatles' Twist and Shout is probably better than the Isley Brothers' Twist and Shout. Debatable. Very rarely does somebody do a better song than the original. That's my opinion, I know. But, yes, we will play the song again. I mean, are you people gluttons for punishment? Do you want to see it again right now or wait a little bit? I mean, you're just watching my trains. I'm not even moving cameras around to give you different views. Hey, Village View, what's up? That's always a nice view. Yeah, you can see the 3D printer there on the upper left. I just got to learn how to use it now. I built it without damaging it. I just got to level the board a little bit better and do the test print they send with it. Pet Shop Boys always on my mind. Ooh. I don't know, Jason. That's debatable. I know everybody likes Clapton, and Clapton does a great version. It's tough. I mean, and, you know, everybody has a right to have a different opinion and be wrong, but hey, that's what the world's about. You have a right to disagree and be wrong. Yeah, Tim and Rosie are on tomorrow night. I'm going to have, hopefully we'll be seeing a couple of my train friends coming down for the first time. All right, so, do you guys want to see that video again now or wait? Nobody ever answers my questions. I know I usually just talk, but every now and then I do throw in a question out there. Hey, Kieran's here. I didn't see where Kieran came in. Ooh, we're up to 20. Hey, I got that 25 to 30 I asked for. Wow. Hey. But yeah, I'm really sad Mrs. was not in the video because she did some very hilarious bits that did not come out with the green screen. Her bits were so funny. I was in hysterics. And at least 2 of the scenes were caused to make any train collector who's been to a train show go, I'll kill her if she did that to my stuff. But it was very funny. John Dawson. All right, I'll play it again now. My apologies to those of you who don't want to see it again. But if you don't want to see it again, there it is. All right, so here's my wife doing, well, you guys can figure it out. Hopefully there won't be a little stutter in it. It plays fine, but I noticed there was a stutter in it watching it from my view.
Before the break of dawn, and I wonder how much I can go on. Trains to the left of me, wheelers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you. Yes, I'm stuck at a train show with you. And I wondered how much cash you'll go through. It's so hard to keep all eyes on my face when there's so much more you want to display.
All right, so there you guys saw it again. And let me see who came in. Somerset Andy, I think, came in. Dale, the Highball and Hogger, good to see you, sir. St. Mary's Church, let's get united. And again, people, please feel free to post your YouTube channels. We can always try to jack up your subscriptions. Now, we did go from 28 down to 26 after that. Ooh. 2 people left. Probably the ghost of Jerry Rafferty and Joe Egan. But if you are newer here and don't know, there are 2 other songs officially posted from the last 2 live streams I did. I did a version of Bohemian Rhapsody called Model Train Guy Rhapsody, and then I took Supertramp's old song, the Logical song, and did the digital song. No, I don't have a favorite out of those. Thank you, thank you. Right, yes. Yeah, if you watch Sidetrack Sunday, which was usually Ray at the end of the month, Ray has moved it over to Grandpa Rails. So if you follow that, then you probably already know. But if not, there's the announcement out there. If you guys have any live streams, as we all know, Lee goes live on Fridays at 6 British Standard Time, which is 1 p.m. here in America. So, yes, I know, Kieran. Don't bash yourself. Sometimes you got to have a devil may care attitude. Look, I sang Bohemian Rhapsody in front of, well, 32 people live, and I think the video's got 220 views. Cancel some of that out. So let's say at least 150 people. Nobody should ever hear me sing. And then some of you came back and heard me sing the Logical song. So yeah, I have no shame. There we go. Let's just follow this guy around a bit. All right, so let's go to station view. Here he's coming in. And now the village view. Catch that little red Regiobahn, that Deutsche Bahn red. Some of you in the UK would call it that DB Schenker red, but hello, Andrew. Nice to see you, Andrew T, because we have so many Andys and Andrews. Yeah, I'm glad to have made it to the weekend. It's been a long week. And made even longer by the work we put into the new video. I got a first night of the proms on TV. Prom is something totally different in America. Yeah, she's normally home by now. She must be staying at work to hide. Or is that her now? I'm texting my wife, asking her where she is. Her fan's away. So. Yes, and I always comment that. St. Mary's, you don't have your channel, or are you? If you're like on your phone, then obviously you can't post. Know my ABBA songs. Richard, I probably haven't heard an ABBA song since 1979. I've desperately tried to forget ABBA. Waterloo, my Waterloo. Oh. Dancing Queen. Yeah. I will say, I did enjoy ABBA's short t-shirt dresses back in the day. I was a young lad. Puberty was hitting hard, literally. And ABBA. Heck, in 1979, 1980, I was 16, 17 years old. Pat Benatar looked good in those black leather pants she always wore. Let's see, she did respond. Oh, okay, no, she didn't respond. That was somebody else responding. Okay, so they are coming. Oh no, Ray! After all the things we've agreed on, oh, just to maintain internet decorum, I will not express my opinions of Stevie Nicks. Both her singing and the fact that she keeps getting Lindsey Buckingham kicked out of the group. Oh, Suzi Quatro, yeah. Yeah, I like me some Suzi Quatro. Not necessarily the music. I'm just talking about girls I stared at and went, ah. Give me your leather, I'll give you my lace. Well, I don't know. You either have to be of an age and maybe American, but if there was one woman, there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot. If you're say 45 to 50 or above, there's like 3 women from the 1970s that were like in America were the women that if you were an 11 or 12-year-old boy and hadn't hit puberty, seeing them for the first time made you hit puberty quickly. Now, Farrah Fawcett was very famous, and she was very cute. I never thought she was gorgeous. I always thought she was cute. But Linda Carter and Lonnie Anderson, and I lean towards Linda Carter. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, horrible TV show. Oh my God. That was the worst show ever, and we religiously watched it for 3 years. Didn't miss an episode or a rerun. Linda Carter. Does that name ring a bell for any of my fellow dirty old men? All right, Ewan, thank you. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. And Ali, goodbye. Oh, the Runaways. Oh my goodness, yeah, Linda Carter as Wonder Woman. Cold shower time. I think we're breaking that PG-13 rule here. Jacqueline Smith from Charlie's Angels. I never thought Lindsay Wagner was that sexy attractive, okay? I mean, she's not ugly. I'm not saying that. She wasn't my thing. I have a level. Number one, not into redheads at all. Scandalous to some, but not into redheads at all. It's an Oedipus complex thing. Just leave it at that. Not into redheads at all. Blondes are okay, but I'm a brunette man. The darker the hair, the better. The darker the hair and the darker the eyes. Brown hair, brown eyes. If Joyce shows up on camera, brown hair, brown eyes. Oh, yeah, what was her name from Buck Rogers? Oh crap, I get brain fart right now. If you're under the age of 25, 30, all us older guys are just having flashbacks to all the women on TV in the 70s and early 80s that we gawked at. Erin Gray, that's it, Erin Gray. And actually, if you've seen Erin Gray recently, she hasn't aged much. She still looks really nice. And she's got to be 65 to 70. I don't know, Leslie, Wonder Woman, but for different reasons. I can think of a lot of reasons why Wonder Woman. There wasn't just one. Marina Sirtis from Star Trek Next Generation. Deanna Troi. Oh, I left it on here. Well, no trains are running. I really should, when I start babbling, put it on the all view. Uh-oh, here she is. I gotta make room. Your adoring public wants to meet you. Your adoring public. I gotta make sure I don't roll over or knock something over. What? Very sure. Would you like to croak that out?
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. My name is Joyce. I'll tell you what, it's a delayed feed if I go here. Yeah, twice already. You've had encore requests. Yes. So there. Mary Ann, John Dawson, Mary Ann. So Joyce is in the house. Speak up, Joyce. I told them you've got laryngitis.
Yeah.
So there you go. So you're. Do I still have it saved on here? I don't even know if I had your computer at the time. I was gonna pop it up. You can see the chat is always live even if the video is not. Wait, why is this asking me to subscribe? It's my channel, like. But you can see the chat there if you want, but the camera's over here. I'll go to this one, that way people can kind of see you. She's gonna try to talk.
I've had bad drainage all week. I was husky even singing, so I don't know that the singing really put me over. But anyway, thank you guys. I really thought I was pretty flat through the whole thing, but thank you. That's enough.
That's enough. Oh, one hit song, and all of a sudden you're too good to talk to the media. Get that microphone out of my face. Get that microphone out of my face. Just leave me in peace. Yeah, we're getting that echo. Can Is it Broadway next? No, it isn't.
Let's say that was stressful enough. Sing it again.
See, at the risk of getting batted upside the head,
Sing it again.
Joyce does enjoy conversation.
Sure.
She likes to talk. Having laryngitis is like putting leg cuffs on Usain Bolt. Yeah, you're hobbling a thoroughbred there. So you got everybody. You did an awesome. Oh, that's right. You're reading it there. Yeah, she's reading comments on the other monitor, so she's not going to look at you directly. She's a big star now. She's not going to look at you. Yeah, and of course people are now requesting other songs now.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. We could do the Who Old Age Wasteland.
Old Age Wasteland. Yeah, with those boys, right? It's night.
Don't shout.
Yeah, I was trying to get Anthony a break a little bit, but
She was trying to give you a break. What, you're going to sing another song? Honey, I'll sing it for you. That's what got her in. I'm going to sing another song. She's like, no, step aside.
well, and it was from a woman's end. It was absolutely right.
We will play it again whenever people say play it again. I don't want to tediously bore people. I think everybody here has seen it except for Andrew Turnage. But yes, Joyce sang it this time. And again, I don't know if her voice is coming through on the mic. I should probably move the mic a little closer to her, share the mic here,
Right.
and then she can lean in and talk.
Right. And the other, I was giving Anthony a little break, and man, a little hard to get all those lyrics in. It felt very rushed, but it's okay. You know, a lot of work.
Anybody remember the Little Rascals? I'm married to Froggy.
Can she sing it live? Oh,
Can she sing like?
please
Chris,
do.
you are being a devilish man here,
Actually,
sir.
singing is easier than talking.
Oh yeah, like the guy that had the country singer
Yeah.
that had the speech impediment, the tick in his when he spoke, and when he sang, no problem. Oh, what was his name? Mel Tillis, that was it. Mel Tillis couldn't talk normally, but he could sing fine. Different part of the brain, and yeah. Yeah, this is Ray's line he likes to share. I told you before, my dad told me to sing solo. So low no one can hear you, or tenor. 10 or 12 miles away.
Well, Anthony was seriously gypped. He is not tone deaf. He can tell all the tones fine. It just doesn't go to his
Vocal
vocal
cord.
cords, unfortunately. Much to his dismay. It really is sort of a cool twist for as much as he loves
Yeah,
music
it's
and
a
singing.
it's a cool twist.
Cool twist.
I love to sing, and God gave me a voice that should never sing. Now, that's the little jokes in life. I shall give you two things: the desire to sing all the time, and a voice that sounds like fingernails on a blackboard. But, you know, I've been accused of being tone deaf. I am not tone deaf.
No, he's not at all.
I'm very flat and off key, but I'm not tone deaf.
Yeah, he definitely recognizes different tones. I'm sure if he was taught, he could even pick out a C or a G, you know, but it just, the gift of singing wasn't there.
I have a face for radio. I have a voice for, I have a face for radio, and a voice for the silent movies. Yeah.
Oh. Well, he's in the profession he needs to be.
No, I'm damn cute, so I'm not worried about being on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
I was so cute they had to take away my hair just to keep me humble.
I love it. It's a new theme song.
My wife said that's her new theme song. All right,
That's
yeah.
funny,
That's it.
yeah.
Oh, we could be accused of stealing the Tim and Rosie show, but the Anthony and Joy show. Soak it up while you can, honey. Fame's a fleeting thing.
Oh, for sure it is. And I don't have the patience to sit here and chat either.
Oh, you have the patience to sit and chat.
I have the patience to chat. It's the sitting part that's the problem.
Oh, no, you can sit and talk to your sister on the phone forever.
Yeah, but I'm sitting where I want to sit.
Okay, see, that was... It's the company. So you're dissing on everybody.
It's not the
They just told you what a great singer you are, and you're dissing on them.
Chair. I want to sit on my recliner.
By the way, your laryngitis is clearing up quite fine, you know.
It is clearing up. I told you it was getting better.
All you had to do was fight with me, and your voice came back. A woman's cure for laryngitis. Have her husband piss her off. Her voice comes right back.
Stuck at it.
Hi,
Touch
Colin.
with you.
Cut his other ear off, yeah.
Oh. Says he's certified out. What's he hurt from?
Oh, me, I was teasing that the company, you don't like the company. That's what
Yeah,
it's about.
no, it's not the company at all. You guys are fine.
Yeah, it
Hi,
is.
girl.
You don't like being around men. Well, most men. See, that has got at least a 45-second
It does,
delay.
yeah.
The chat is online.
Right.
So there's Colin. You can say hi, Colin.
Hi, Colin.
Hi, Colin. I was captured by a group of minds. They did unspeakable things to me. Literally unspeakable, right? Yeah, but I'm bumped. Thank you. I'm here all week. Try the veal.
So, we're doing a lot of in-services and people look at each other and says, I'm funny. I said, you got that line wrong. He said, I think I might be funny. That's the line.
And so,
I'm a little tired of looking at computers.
yeah, that's what we've been doing for 2 weeks is looking at computers all day. And now I brought her down here to hang out for a bit. Hey, it's Ian. Ian, King Fox Junction. Ian. Colin, I swear I've knighted you. Did you turn in your knight?
Just everybody is
Welcome to, yeah, everybody's a monitor. A moderator. A
That's very,
spanner.
that's very Anthony of him, Tim. It's everything fair.
Or lazy. I don't have to look up people's URLs to post.
No, he lets you self-promote.
Yeah. So we are joined by my special guest, Joyce, who sang our most recent hit single.
Or something.
Or something. Hit. Wait. I think there's a letter missing. It wasn't hit single. I think there was a S at the beginning of that.
Shit single.
Hey, language, children!
Where?
Me, for one. I now make you a knight at the rhomboid table. Yes, everybody gets a spanner, or a wrench, or a funkily made long-handled tuning fork. Kieran, you won't even film yourself talking, dude. Yeah. So yeah, songs will come along because it seems, like I've said many times, it is a hobby I've had all my childhood. She can attest to it. We'll be singing a song and talking about something at the same time, and all of a sudden I'll change the lyrics of the song on the radio to whatever I'm singing about. My kids loved it when they were little. I could just... See, I was writing a song about Lee. Like I said, I was doing Hammer to Fall, and I was already working on it, and Dave Williams ran out and did his version first. Drat him.
He does have a better singing voice.
He has a much better singing voice. So I threw my version away, and but I'm doing Anfield Road to the tune of Penny Lane.
Wow, you're gonna start to lose ego?
Anfield Road is in my ears and on my screen. There were Larry's hammers.
That's why I play the drums.
And that's why I play the drums. Ah, okay.
In the back.
Could have played guitar.
No, he's in the back.
Yeah, he's in the back,
Drums.
hiding.
Yeah.
He's got the cymbals this way so he can't be seen. You're going to be Ringo back there. Hello, this is Ringo. Sonny and Cher.
So which one? It says Sonny has to run into a tree skiing, right? Isn't that how he died?
Yeah, one skiing, yeah. And the thing is, you're the dangerous skier.
By far, yeah.
You're the dangerous skier, and you're the short one like Sonny was. That makes me Cher. I'm not getting a nose job.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that pass. You're okay.
Train show, tramps and thieves. Da-da-da-da. Bum, bum. I got engaged. Bum, 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 bum. I got engaged. Bum. Oh shit.
I'm sure where you went with that.
Hey, Mark Visser, how are you? There we go.
Here,
No, I'll do it as a
that
dedication to Ali. No way engage, bum 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 bum. No way engage, bum 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 bum. I got you, baby. Simo D just popping for a minute. All right, well when you're done popping, you can hang out and chill.
making popcorn?
Cutting twice, measuring once. That's the way I do it. Cut first, then go back and measure. Cuss.
Right. Guys, we need to go back to Lowe's.
That would, yeah. Lowe's is a, like you guys, what is it, B&Q over there in UK? Lowe's is a
Big box hardware.
big box hardware and lumber store.
Yeah, lots of lumber there.
What happened to Norwegian wood? I once had a train, or should I say, it once had me. It caused me to go broke, isn't it? No, I'm sorry. See, I'll start doing this.
There you go. You can do it, Jana, before.
Yeah, that's yours, Kieran. Yeah, J94 is Kieran. Well, you know that, because, yeah.
I do, but I don't know.
Because, see, Joyce watches me watch all the live streams, because I will watch them on the TV.
Yeah, I can see it.
So
I
she
have no
listens
idea
in.
who you people are. Yeah, B&Q. Okay.
So I could turn around and do the German band Kraftwerk. Train show. Non-stop.
Train freak. and
Train
a-
show. Yes, Train Freak is Jason.
Yeah, 'cause
I want to say he's from Arkansas, but I could be wrong.
he knows all the
Yeah.
box.
Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards.
Yeah. We avoid Menard. Actually, totally avoid Home Depot freaking out there.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. So, it's alright.
Yeah, B&Q is Home Depot, and then Menards and Lowe's are the other big chain store, handyman DIY stores.
That's where our daughter works there.
Yeah, our daughter works at a Lowe's.
She has a degree in
Landscape
flowers.
design and engineering
Yeah,
and whatever.
not flowers, but she works in paint.
Yeah. She has a degree in landscape engineering and design, and she works in the paint department and flooring department at Lowe's. She got hired in to work in their garden section, but she got called over to paint, and they've kept her there.
Saturday, wait, my train always comes to wait before the evening.
There you go. See? See, you can do that. Friday, I'm in love. Right here.
Menards has train store?
Not in this part of the country, they don't.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, at our Menards does not have model train stuff.
We haven't been through that whole store.
I have, but we'll check. Maybe they do it at Christmas time, but
Yeah, look.
I'll have to look again. We've been through the whole store because we've gone through the store because we had to go from here to here and here and here.
I
Yeah.
look for stuff, but I'm not looking for train stuff.
It used to be in this part of the country, Toledo, that if you went to Lowe's, you got people who knew their stuff. If you went to Home Depot, it was a 50-50 chance that you would talk to somebody in the department who knew anything in that department. And if you went to Menards, you were lucky if the person could put 5 words together.
You might have too long.
I don't think we carry that. So it's the Joe Show.
Yeah, the seasonal section.
If you're painting cardboard, like actual cardboard, you want a thicker, less watery paint because it will bleed through. And priming probably, I don't know if I'd prime on cardboard. I have painted cardboard. I'm trying to think. Enamel probably did not, well, back when I was a kid and used enamel paints all the time as opposed to choosing between acrylic and enamel. See, that's too easy, the locomotion. Oh, it's a dance, but... Wait, what was the big popular train that just came out? The Sir Thomas More, something like that? No, Sir Thomas More was the old Utopia guy from the 1400s. Who was the captain that in the UK? Who was that captain? His last name was Moore, wasn't it? Captain Tom what? Everybody's buying a brand new train now. Come on, baby, get a Captain Moore train. You know. It was Tom Moore. I was right. Not Sir Thomas More. Because this is nothing like we ever done. To Sir Thomas More, we got another day of time. Because if it makes them money, they might just give you life that time.
Hey, anybody can identify that song?
Oh, that, well, especially with me singing it, no.
It's an indie song.
That was oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
For 20 years now. Came out in the late 90s. What's the band? All of a sudden I forgot the band. The Shins. Yeah, the Shins. Anybody out there know the Shins? They haven't done this view for a bit, so let's let that run. And look, see, you're not in the camera. Cool. What was wait, how does that song start?
I'm having a hard time with it.
Mark Visser, he talks to me on Facebook at times, often. Now I'm going crazy. I can't think of it. I can't think of it. I got the second line. I was sitting on a stone again, pulling teeth from the pinks of gold, when hatched a tragic opera in my mind, and it told of a new design, in which everyone was duty bound to uphold the statutes of boredom. Therein lies the fate of law of the record. Oh, see, everybody starts throwing like Space Oddity. This is Captain Moore to all you folk. Support the NHS, or I will come back and kick your royal ass. Oh, I'm sorry. You've had enough? Joyce is ditching you.
Bye all.
Yeah, when Joyce leaves, she leaves. There's no saying goodbye to everybody. She's out. She's out here. You can say goodbye up the stairs. Oh yeah, and I missed a couple of questions there. Yeah, a couple of you just asked about school. I've been back to school for 2 weeks, but I haven't taught yet. It has been all in-services and meetings, training us for the new technology, dealing with online education, and we got all new stuff in our classrooms to help us with online teaching. So basically I get to work at 6:15. 6:15 to 2:45, me alone in my room, watching videos, taking part in Google meetings, and trying to turn all my classwork into digital classwork. So, yeah, for 2 weeks here, it's been a tedium. I mean, I've learned a lot. I definitely am a lot less stressed, but there's a lot of my colleagues that have never turned on a computer before, and all of a sudden, they've got to learn how to do digital online education. The coronavirus, basically, we got kicked out of our school back at the end of March, and we still had a full quarter of our school year to go. We had 2 full months of school to go, at least 2 full months, like 9.5 weeks to go. And we had to do whatever we could to teach from home. We had to take a week where the students weren't in the building. We came into the building and prepared what we called learning packets, and then those were sent home to the students, but it was all paperwork. Now, our public school system is going full online right now because the county we live in, our city is at one of the highest, well, it's in the highest warning level for outbreaks. And I do not want any talk of politics, people's views on it. I know I have a wife there who has severe asthma, and if she were to get corona, especially one of the stronger strains, she would die. Not she might, she would. I've got a daughter. If she got it, she wouldn't last a day. And my daughter works in an essential job. So I am very concerned, and we've actually had a friend who was in a coma for 3 weeks with corona. So we're very strong about protecting ourselves. So it's affected our job. I have to teach from home. I hate it. I want to go in tomorrow and see the 110, 125 faces I would see. I want to be able to interact and talk with them, but it's not possible. It's not going to happen soon. And when they do come back, we're going with half classes where I'll teach one half of the kids one day and the other half of the kids the next day. And we have to arrange our rooms to have spaced seating so that they're not on top of each other. But how we're going to do lunch, how we're going to, as long as this virus is out there. Guys, we haven't seen anything like this since 1918, 1920. And you know, the places that have opened up and gone back, they're having massive outbreaks. So, Rachel came in and I missed her, and now she's leaving. Hi, Rachel. Bye, Rachel. I am terribly sorry I missed you. I got carried away joking with the wife and playing around and doing other things. So, yeah, it hasn't been easy on anybody. But again, plagues, and this is a plague, aren't easy. We just haven't had one in 100 years. And in some countries, they've handled it, and they're opening up and going back to normal with just slight increases. Other countries did not handle it properly, and it's out of control. Or, even if 90%, 98% of the population isn't getting it, well, actually about, I don't know what the percentage is. But, it's such, you can't talk about it in America because it's too divisive now. Everything in this country is divisive right now. And I don't like the divisiveness, but nothing can do. Do I wear a face mask outside? When Joyce and I go play tennis or go for a walk by ourselves, no. If we go anywhere in public, well, in our city and state, you have to wear masks if you're out in public, going, like to the store or whatever. So, yes, we wear masks. And I have colleagues at work that have already been told, they need to wear their mask when they're walking down the halls at work, and they won't do it. Even though it is an actual job requirement right now, that's part of our job. You have to wear your mask if you are anywhere but your classroom. And if they get it, and somehow I get it and accidentally give it to Joyce or my daughter, that's a scary proposition. I happen to like my wife and kid. So let's move on to happier thoughts. Because, like I said, I did not sit in on a couple of live feeds, but I watched them later, and they got talking politics, and I deleted the live feed. I'm done. No. There are some people I have muted on YouTube because you can't watch a live stream without them turning it into politics and ranting. And it's just like, no, I come to the train world to get away from that. And so definitely don't want to get it on my friend. And since we're talking negative news, my very bestest friend in the whole world went into the hospital and is still in the hospital a couple of days ago with a stroke. And then he had AFib with that. This guy's been my best friend for almost 30 years, and I haven't seen him since December because I injured my back, so I couldn't ride in cars, and then the shutdown, and I can't see him because they only allow one immediate family member at the hospital at a time, and it can't be anybody else, so I can't even see my best friend. Hey, Paul. Oh, that's right. You got bowling tonight, Ray. It is Friday, and yes, it is. All right, I am going to play this. Well, you guys would tell me if you want to see it again. I mean, I think Joyce is probably a little relieved that you guys were positive to her singing. Yeah, Flymo, again, I want to move on, but I'll say this. I'm a public school teacher. The private schools and charter schools in my city, they have full classes back. They are running full classes, and I don't know if they have mandated mask policies, but they've also announced that if a kid comes with COVID, they'll be expelled from the school. And again, it's a way that, hey, we'll get all these kids to come to our school, pay our tuition, make our money, and we're not going to worry about safety. All right, so yeah, let's move on. Um, yeah, it's thank you. Like I said, my friend Dean. Every now and then, Dean might watch my YouTube channel. Dean, if you do happen to watch this, talk to you when I can, buddy. I miss the days when we were on the internet with the relay chat rooms and could talk all the time. It's even hard to talk to Dean on a cell phone because he doesn't like talking on cell phones. And the cell phone he has is about 30 years old. It's probably the same cell phone he had when we first met and started hanging out. All right, Ray, take care. Thank you for stopping by. All right, well, I will play this one more time. So if you haven't seen it, if you've seen it for the third time, you can cry and tell me to end your misery. But let's play it one more time. My wife, Joyce, singing.
Now don't look at me and ask me what's wrong. Wonder why you even bring me along. You had us here before the break of dawn, and I wonder how much I can go on. Trains to the left of me, wheelers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you. Yes, I'm stuck at a train show with you. And I wondered how much cash you'll go through. It's so hard to keep all eyes on my face when there's so much more you want to display. Trains to the left of me, dealers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you. Well, you just bought two more lovers, now you're staring at those ICEs. And you started with the head, and I stepped through on the back and said, please, please. Trying to work your way through the hall. You talk to every dealer there at the stall. Holding your bag just is really no fun while you play with a nosy 21. Trains to the left of me, dealers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you.
All right, so there you go. I think that's everybody now. A couple of people asked about the train shows there. Those are all pirated videos from YouTube using the Clipgrab program or app. And one was a Canadian train show, like the entrance and some of the hall shots. One was Warley. from a couple of different people. Well, I should say a couple of them excerpts were from Warley, including the first Warley after the the Great Model Railway Challenge. Great American. See, you say great. We're trained that way. America, we say great. The word American has to follow it. The Great Model Railway Challenge. And I just interspliced them, so it'd be like 5 seconds from Warley. One was a German club train show that people posted, and I just grabbed what I could real quick. I wasn't trying to put too much into it. The only thing I put any real desperate work into that is in the video was when I wrote the creepy line. Now that actually, there is a reality to this. When I was in my 20s and 30s, I collected toys. I would fix them up and take them to toy shows and sell them. That was kind of a little hobby I had. Old American electric football. You guys probably have no idea what that is. American football, by the way. Action figures and stuff like that. And I would buy and sell or go to garage sales and yard sales and buy what I thought I could make a profit on, turn around and sell that stuff. It was a little supplement. And so we would go to train shows once I got into trains and toy shows back then. And my wife is a very, very beautiful woman. Hard to believe sitting here that she's 54 years old. Yes, I'll give her age. She's 54. And there'd be guys that would stare a little too long when she'd come up. Both at train shows and stuff like that. There'd be those creepy guys. So I had to throw that line in. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, if you weren't here a little bit ago, Joyce actually spent about half an hour here, which I'm shocked. Usually the only way you can get her to stay half an hour somewhere is if you tie her to the chair. And even then she'll move. So I am currently fiddling around with a couple of others. Like I said, I started writing a song about Lee from Anfield Road, Loft in the Layout. Because I was writing Hammer to Fall, and then David beat me to it. And so but today in Chris's chat, I started writing, actually it wasn't Chris, it was Lee's chat today. I started writing Anfield Road to the tune of Penny Lane. And next one, a duet. That's a scary notion. I will say though, I did do some harmonizing very under key to help fill out some bits, because I can hit a couple of notes. And like she struggles with the please, and so I just went under it, recorded, I double tracked her voice and then recorded mine on single track and just tried to add a little please and get a little more higher pitch, a little higher tone in there. Well, we're down to 26, but we did break 30 there. I was pleased to see that. We broke 30. Jason, Barnabas Junction, a couple of weeks ago after I did my Logical song, he happened to be in and he put it on his live stream. And I think I picked up 8 subs after that. He was trying to get me over 600. It didn't happen. Because, again, most people... I top 600 now. I'm shocked. I can't believe there's 600 other people in the world that would find any of the videos I do interesting. It's really still and will always be for friends and family first, and if anybody else gets it or has fun with it, then that's great. And then usually if they hang around, they become friends too. But yeah, writing parodies. I mean, obviously the most famous guy is Weird Al Yankovic. is probably the most famous, but there were people who did it before him. But he just took it to an art level because what Weird Al does is he will take every line and he will break it down phonetically into where are the stressed and unstressed syllables, how long does this guy pronounce this particular syllable here. And so not only will he rewrite the lyrics, he will make sure he gets the exact voice inflection on every single note. I mean, what he did on where he took the movie Phantom Menace and did it to the song American Pie. He literally, because Don McLean sings that in a unique way with a unique rhythm pattern in his voice, and he made sure every single syllable he sang in that version matched Don McLean's vocal inflections. Inflection is just like, how do you say a word like now, but not just pronouncing it the word now, or if you're from Virginia, now. We spent a month in Virginia once, and my wife and 2 kids to this day still say now instead of now. Now, the Virginia way. Just like if you're from Western Pennsylvania and West Virginia, you say yuns for you guys. How yuns doing? We're going to the John Eagle. But anyhow, I distract myself. But the inflection is like if you take the line, do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? All those different ways he lilts his voice, takes one syllable and stretches it into 2. Weird Al does exactly that with the words he's putting into those lyrics. And he'll even make sure if it's a 2-syllable word that the singer sings, he will have a 2-syllable word at that point as well. That's why what he does is so next level. Let's see, I'm babbling, so. You're from Minnesota. Delta, Sierra. So anyhow, welcome to my channel. Did I miss anybody else coming in while I was on my latest rambling? But thank you. I'm glad you do like it. I'm a Zyda drinker. So, see, and that's the thing. We tease about Canadian accents, but if you're from parts of Minnesota, it's the same accent. If you're from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, it's the same accent. If you go to New Hampshire, and Maine, it's basically the same accent. The thing you have to do, like, a little bit more even Wisconsin than Minnesota is you have to add a little bit of German dialect in there. Oh, yeah, the crappies are biting, But that's the thing. If you want to do an accent, like, Americans always make fun of the Canadians and, like, saying the word A, and we'll just throw on A. I'm going to the store, A, ha, I'm Canadian. No, A is something you add only at the end of questions in Canadian. You want another beer, eh? Usually in a way of saying, am I right, or right, Oh, that Yzerman, he's a good player, isn't he, eh? And then the thing is with Canadian is you really pronounce the O. When there's an O, you don't say hockey, it's hockey. Hockey. And you don't say about. If you see OU in a word, it's usually oot, about. What are you talking about? Oh, we're going to go over to Tim Hortons and get some donuts. You want to come, eh? Oh, they got some good coffee there, don't they, eh? So there's another bit of linguistical stuff going back to my linguistical days. And it's like dialects in German. Bo Jensen, greetings from Abu Dhabi. Yes, I am driving trains. I don't do anything else. I just have trains and babble. Occasionally, my wife and I make up silly songs about trains to famous songs and make videos, which we've played now 3 times here. Yeah, that's probably true, Leslie. A little bit more eastern, the Ontario, but I've heard it in Manitoba as well. I just overemphasize it so it becomes a little more Ontario. You know, so if you watch Sparky. Oh, Newfoundland is crazy because Newfoundland, you can get people where it's like a pure Scottish brogue. Chris, Hales Heritage Railway, and Shirley could move to Newfoundland and fit right in because, yeah, there's a very strong Scottish accent in Newfoundland. Now, I love the Liverpudlian accent, but again, is it the Dingle or is it the Anfield area? The different accents, and then London's got 50 or 60. Even New York has a ton of accents. Toledo, we only have, the one thing in this part of the country, we have what's called the Mid-East Coastal American English dialect here in this part of the country. But you guys know, well, maybe you don't know. If you're American, you kind of know that Missouri is divided in half. Half the state says Missouri, the other half says Missouri. Ohio's the same way. There's a line that runs about diagonally south of Cleveland in the northeast to just about Dayton in the southwest of the state. And northwest of that line, we say Ohio, and southeast of that line, they tend to say Ohio. So you're from Toledo, Ohio, or you're from Dayton, Ohio. Which Andy? I just love accents. I grew up in neighborhoods where we had mixed accents, and I loved it. And some kids, hey man, why you gotta talk so funny? You know, you get some dumbass walking up to a Chinese kid, hey man, talk some of that I Ching Chong stuff, and you just want to smack him upside the head. You know, the dude speaks 2 languages. He speaks Chinese and he already speaks English better than you. Shut up. But we just had, and I just loved accents. And I had so many different relatives from different parts of Germany. You develop that. Like in proper German, you pronounce an R very softly. It's a palatalized R, meaning you keep it on the palate of your mouth. You don't roll. You don't say rough. Like if I were to take the English word rough and say it with a German accent, it would almost sound like a W. You'd go rough. I'm feeling that. That is very rough. That's very rough. But then in Bavaria and Austria, you truly are. Oh, that is very rough. Ich rauche nicht. Ich rauche nicht. I don't smoke. In proper Germans, ich rauche nicht. Ich rauche. But in Bavarian, it's rauche. Ich rauche nicht. Prussians always spoke with a tight lip and a little bit of a deep breath in front of every sentence. Yeah, this is what we must do, and we are going to do it this way. Yes. You know, that's why if you watch old war movies, the officer's like, Colonel, you will come here immediately and, you know. But that's why I always say when somebody says, you know, I don't have an accent. We all have accents. And that's the other thing in America, especially when people say, you don't use proper English. Proper English doesn't exist. Proper English is this thing by a group of people from the East Coast 150 years ago, and they said, this is the way we speak, and since we own the printing businesses and the publishing houses and the universities, we must be the right ones. Well, language is fluid, man. People don't understand that. Language is fluid. Language changes. And when you hear people talking in a way, you go, man, listen to that ignorant talk. Well, that you may consider it ignorant, but that's where the language is moving to. And I'm not talking text speech. I'm just talking the accents we have. The only thing that has happened is, thanks to mass communications, the rate at which languages change is slowing down drastically. But most of you guys know I ran an exchange program. I'm totally ignoring the chat. Welcome back, Chris. And after the first year, because my students would have to attend classes over at the German school we would go to. And the German kids would start asking the American kids for help on their homework. But the German kids were using the Oxford English language learning system. So they were learning English. And as we all know, there's such differences between the UK and America. And English teachers began telling their students the next year, and for every year we did the exchange program, do not let the Americans help you with your homework. It's wrong. Not that, it wasn't even just, it's different. The Americans speak it wrong. My kids took offense to that. My students took offense to that. Hey, we speak English too, but not the right kind of English. That is no ordinary rabbit. Oh, that sounds rough, Limo. Well, hello, Jeff Hammond. Welcome. Just babbling about accents. Yep, the wrong kind of English. You Americans do not know your good English. Please refrain from helping our students. They must learn the correct English. And I'm like, correct English? Have you ever heard a dude from Manchester speak? Don't talk to me about correct English. Sorry if you're from Manchester. Oh, that rhyming slang drove me crazy. I understand how it works, but doesn't mean I understand it all the time. But oh, the UK rhyming slang. Hello, girl. You got the lemon and lime? No, I don't drink Sprite. No, you twaddle. The lemon and lime. Is it 3:30? 4 o'clock? You know, it's like, I don't know. The lemon and lime. Do you have the time? My favorite bit was back in 2007. There was this young boy named Victor who was a Polish immigrant to Germany, and he was so into American hip hop. So this kid he had to learn German, and now he's studying English. And he would wear the starter jackets and the big brimmed baseball caps on the side of his head, and he would try to talk the American hip hop slang he was seeing in the rap videos. Yo, 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 Mr. Dodge, how are you? What do you... So my students and I started teaching them the more current slang. You know, teaching them how to go, what up, doe? What up, doe? He's like, what's that? Well, it's short for, how are you doing, sir? What up, doe? What up, doe? So by the end of our month's stay, he would walk to, hey, Mr. Dodge, what up, doe? How are you doing? What up, doe? Yeah, I'm going to remember that, Mr. Dodge. What up, doe? And I was like, okay, Victor, I'll never see you again, but good. Yeah, don't play that Dick Van Dyke crap. We all know that. That bad Cockney impersonation, the stereotype British Cockney accent. Well, let's face it. Name me a British movie that doesn't have the stereotype Cockney accent. Not even the legitimate one, the stereotyped one. Every damn World War II movie from the 50s and 60s. Hello, governor. Oh, Henry, who's that? Oh, you must be daft. You know, that crappy crap, but it's expected in movie. You got to have that one Cockney guy. It's not a real British war movie without the Cockney dude. They usually gets his head blown off somewhere. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Yep, they equate variations of that quote to William Bernard Shaw, but we have never found it written. And of course, Churchill used it, and a couple others have used it. Two countries separated by a common language. I think even Mark Twain used it once. We are two countries separated by a common language. See, the thing to me is not even so much the accent, it's the attitude behind the accent. Now, that's why I love the Liverpudlian accent of all the UK accents, although a good Irish or Scottish brogue can really do me wonders as well. But Liverpudlian, the sarcasm, the snark as we call it in the Liverpudlian accent. Hello, John, you don't half have a big mouth, do you? You don't half have a big mouth. In other words, a way of saying, you do have a big mouth. I love that bit from Hard Day's Night. And don't take that tone with me. I fought the war for your sort. I bet you're sorry you won. Yeah, we have that problem in America where we don't say anymore. We say like. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm going to work. And I was like, you can't go to work. And yes, I hate it. It drives me crazy. A lot of them get out of it, but we you know, I've been seeing this a lot on some live feeds, live streams regarding trained people. Like there's one, I finally muted him because I won't mention whose live stream he's on, but he's suddenly is showing up to all the live streams by this particular person. And all he does in the live stream is bitch about how the modern world sucks and he wishes life was the way it was in the 1950s. And it's always the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids. Well, the kids wouldn't be the kids, the kids, the kids without the parents. And I see 70-year-olds who do that. So, Marge, I was like, why didn't you call me and give me a better estimate? And he's like, you know, so we sometimes like to blame the kids, but kids are just tape recorders. They just mimic what they hear from other people and spit it out. And sometimes they mirror us and we don't like it. It's not that there aren't some jerk kids, but there's a lot of jerk adults. And remember, in the 1950s, you had some guy going, oh, look at these kids today, a bunch of rock and roll headed morons. We're always, every generation thinks the newest generations suck. Sorry, I'm preaching there. John is leaving us? Which John? Who muted whom? I haven't muted anybody. Did I accidentally mute somebody? So, John Dawson's leaving. Thanks for stopping in. Yep, thank you. I've already been going for almost 2 hours, but this time they really do suck. You know, sometimes we run into the bad side too. I mean, all three of my kids, and maybe, again, goes back to parents a bit. My kids are the politest, most respectful kids you'll ever run into. And the students I took to Germany, all working class kids, sometimes poverty kids, they were always so polite and respectful in Germany and in other places. And it's, I don't know. I just remember when I was 7 years old and my grandpa Dodge would be sitting on the sofa when he'd come over on Saturday mornings to visit. Damn kids. But he usually had a twinkle in his eye when he did that. He wanted Peter Cushing to play Dr. Loomis. Peter couldn't do it, so he drafted Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance, a man who's in just about every movie you can think of. He and Donald Sutherland are in just about every one of my favorite movies. Great Escape, bam, in there. One of the two will be in there. Kelly's Heroes, boom, Donald Sutherland. The Eagle Has Landed, boom, Donald Sutherland. Oh, we have that in America too, St. Mary Church. We have that. So, I was thinking, it's replaced the ums and the ums. It's like a nervous word we say. You know, it's almost like I want to make sure you hear what I say, so I'll interject something that's not important to the sentence. So, by the way, what did you think of that report? Chris is going. Good night, Chris. Thank you. Always a pleasure to have you around. St. Mary's Church of Stewart. Am I putting two and two together? Yeah, and you know, I like music from today back to the 1400s. I don't have styles of music I like. I have artists in styles I like. I like some rap. I like jazz, but I also hate a lot of jazz. I like some country music. I hate a lot of country music. I love more country music. I don't like country music since 1980. Before the 1980s, I liked it. But around 1980s, country changed, and it became this very commercial, poppy country, and I just don't get it. And everybody sings the same thing and sounds the same way now. It's like pop music. It just all sounds the same to me now. But you say, I like music from the 80s. I like music from the 80s, and I hate music from the 80s. We've talked about groups where I go, you know, I really wasn't a big fan. There are songs I like. Like, I'm not a big Cure fan. There's some songs by The Cure I like, but I'm not a big fan of The Cure. There's some songs by The Clash I like, but overall, I'm not a big fan of The Clash. I'd rather listen to The Damned or something like that. But then I like Adam and the Ants. Except the Prince Charming album. Never liked that one. And then when he went solo, it was sort of like, a couple of songs, but But his comeback album from a few years ago I like. I like XTC. I mean, I just have a weird taste. I like Flock of Seagulls. I hated a lot of their songs, but I also liked a lot of their songs. The big bands, Pink Floyd, the Stones, the Beatles, the Who, I tend to like the vast majority of their songs, although the Who have a lot of songs I think are crap, sacrilege. The Kinks, man, when the Kinks write a good song, I love it. But they also have a lot of stuff I'm like, ooh, okay, Ray, maybe you didn't need to write that one. But, you know, my dad loved the music of the 30s and 40s, so I grew up appreciating big band and swing music. Love that stuff. The Dorsey Brothers and, oh crap, my brain's going, Miller and all that. Love that stuff. My mom was a country girl, so country music from the 50s, the 60s, and 70s, but also early rock and roll. True story, my mom's brother was in the same platoon as Elvis Presley, and my mom had a picture of her, my Uncle George, and Elvis sitting together at the barracks having a chat. And I'm not a big fan of Elvis. I respect the heck out of what he did for rock and roll. If I want to be sarcastic, I'll say, yeah, he basically took black music and made it palpable for white people. But in the end, he transformed American music and culture. Same thing I tell people, you don't have to like the Beatles, but if you don't understand how they changed rock and roll music, how they changed the landscape forever in a way no band, no singer has done before or since, they changed it more than Elvis. Without Elvis, you won't have the Beatles. But Elvis is like inventing gasoline, and the Beatles were like nuclear fusion. And so it's, it's whatever. I mean, there's a lot of heavy metal I love, a lot of heavy metal I hate. We always wind up talking about music, the Trained in Music show. But I have successfully blended those two. That's weird. Now that I think about it, I never thought about it before, but we've always talked about music on my live streams. Almost every stream, somewhere we talk about music. And then I have trains, and now all of a sudden I've started doing music about trains. It's all natural. God, I still have 23 people. Oh, Susie and the Banshees. Now, they did a good version of the Beatles' Dear Prudence. But I didn't like Peekaboo. I'm trying to remember all my Susie and the Banshees. But their early days, I really liked them. Heck, Adam Ant's guitarist Michael Perrone was in Susie and the Banshees before he went over to Adam and the Ants. Yeah, I really loved later Susie and the Banshees. I loved "Kiss Them for Me." That's a cool song dedicated to Jane Mansfield. No, I had my punk rock days, but also the offshoots of punk rock. So I love early U2 up through Unforgettable Fire. After that, it's very miss and hit. More miss than hit. But I loved U2's first 4 or 5 albums. Midyear and Ultravox. They've got some great songs I love, and then others that I'm like, okay, that's enough. And I even go back to when John Fox was the lead singer before he left and Midyear came in. Hey, Jack's Model Trains. Welcome, Jack. Let's knight you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. Oh, yeah, we can talk soccer too. UB40. UB40 was too much of the reggae side for me to get into. I'm not a big reggae fan. I like some ska. Speaking of ska, I loved early Madness, One Step Beyond. And then they kind of went more pop. But, I love One Step Beyond. I love that song. I still play it a lot. One Step Beyond. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. One Step Beyond. Hi, Dragon Junction. All right, guys. I am going to play the video one last time and then probably give your ears a break from my voice talking. Although I don't think Mrs. did a bad job on here. So, thank you. I'm not a sub chaser. And subs go deeper than I can swim anyhow, and they're faster, so I don't chase subs at all. So one last time for anybody who hasn't caught it yet, this is a 4-P. I apologize for those of you, but I'm going to play it one more time. My wife decided to sing this for me, and then fried her voice trying. But if you guys don't mind, I'll play it one last time, the latest song, and then I'll come back one last time, because other people have things I'm sure they want to do. But I do appreciate everybody coming in. 600 subs is amazing to me. I would have been happy if I had 30 people, 40 people that I just consistently talked to and never got another sub after that. And I'm lucky I probably have at least 100 or 200 people that I actually have communication with, where not just comment on the videos, but we talk on Facebook, we talk in live streams, and actually talk. Especially if your name's Andy. I shouldn't say that. Or Chris. Or Richard. But see, then I'm going to make people's feelings hurt. But alright, this is our latest song. You can figure it out what it is. So again, apologies if you're sick of hearing it, but most of you seem to like it. And I'm trying to get Mrs.'s, I call her the Mrs., trying to get Joyce's ego up.
Now don't look at me and ask me what's wrong. Wonder why you even bring me along. You had us here before the break of dawn, and I wonder how much I can go on. Trains to the left of me, wheelers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you. Yes, I'm stuck at a train show with you. And I wondered how much cash you'll go through. It's so hard to keep both eyes off my face when there's so much more you want at this place. Trains to the left of me, dealers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you. Well, you just bought two more locals, now you're staring at those ICEs. And you started with the head, then I stepped through on the back and said, please, please. Trying to work your way through the hall. You talk to every dealer there at the stall. Holding your bag just is really no fun while you play with Windows E21. Trains to the left of me, wheelers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you.
Hey, Philip, welcome in. And I think I did say hi to Alan, but I'll say hi to Alan again just in case. Get that American A in there. Alan. Anthony. Alan. There will be a updated version of the video because we filmed some bits that were green screen, but the green screen had some problems, so we're going to refilm them and hopefully get the bug worked out. It worked on previous bits, but all right, Leslie, thank you for stopping by. I thank you, people. Anybody stopping by, hanging out, thank you. Don't thank me, thank you. If you get a laugh out of it, if you enjoy just watching my trains go in circles, I haven't even moved the camera around. I've just had it on the 5 shot here and let it go. So anybody else taking care? I'm going to hang on a little bit here, but I've been on just over 2 hours. And I've got my friends coming down tomorrow to run trains. It'll be the first time all 3 of us have gotten together since early February. Although Matt by himself came down, but it'll be Steve and Matt. So, and that's the thing. I am of an age. I've toyed with trying to do some more. Like my wife went through some songs, modern songs, because she listens to more current rock and roll and alternative rock than I do. So she put me onto one song and she says, "Honey, I think you could do a really good job with this one." And I was watching. I was like, you could throw out 1,000 titles at me. I'll be like, and then all of a sudden, I'll hear a song and go, "That's the one I'm going to build." This is how Stuck at a Train Show with You came around. And again, that was written from the poor partner's point of view that suffers the hobby. Well, technically, you could do everything you could do in a chat room. You can hold your finger on somebody's name and block their type or their message, or delete them, or pause them, or anything else. Technically, you can also post URLs. It's just harder to get URLs when you're on your phone. But yeah, she knew I was just kind of bummed out after having failed to achieve the one song I had been working on previously. And I was stewing about it, and she just started throwing out song titles. No. How about this one? This is really cool. Nah. And then we just started playing a playlist, and all of a sudden a song hit me, and we were listening to Steelers Wheel. Bounce to the left, Jokers to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you. And I immediately went, "Stuck at a Train Show with You," and I just looked at her and said, "That's it. That's the next song." And she immediately said, "Well, I'll sing it for you," with the idea, "Honey, you don't want to torture people hearing your voice. I'll sing it for you this time." So, but and I guess it's the niche. When I do a live stream, we talk music, and I run trains, and now I'm doing musical parodies about trains. And I get an email now and then. "You realize that when you wrote that line in there, that's not really correct, And in your one video, you mentioned an A4 and you didn't show an A4. That was really a this. You might want to learn your trains before." And I'm like, "Oh my God, dude. Humor. Laugh." They're just so apoplectic. How dare you not know exactly what that train is, whether it's somebody's actual layout where they're going, "You didn't build that right. That's not prototypical at all." Or they're tearing apart a song you did as a joke. "Why did you sing 060 when you're clearly showing an 080? Because 060 rhymed and 080 didn't. All right, Flymo, thanks for stopping by. All right, Jackie, thanks for stopping in. And again, on behalf of Joyce, all of you that were so positive to her, thank you, because she was extremely uptight. Because she doesn't feel like she sang it well, but she sang it better than I would ever do. And when I say that to her, like, "You sang it better than I ever would," she looks at it like, "Well, that's expected, honey. A dead cat would sing it better than you." But yeah, we'll probably try to fix that, and we'll post just the video if anybody ever wants to see it. But it will have some funny scenes added to it that we didn't get in because our green screen was not working for whatever. Just we could not get the lighting in, so the shadowing was screwing everything up, and just didn't look bad standing there on the camera. But once you imported it, it was over. Well, hi, Dave. I'm doing fine. Hope you are. I'm just getting ready to kind of shut it all down and log off here. It's Friday. Well, for you all, it's Friday night. Here, it's early Friday evening, so the wife will be asking me, what are we going to do about dinner? And then she's going to make me go for my 2-mile evening walk so that I can keep losing weight and not have a heart attack and drop dead on her. Which I find interesting because she'd get a heck of a lot more money when I croak than she would with me just being alive. But anyhow, once again, on behalf of, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the group and ourselves, and I hope we pass the audition. No, seriously, thank you, Lee. It's been, I'm shocked at 600 subs, because again, I'm never trying to gain subs. I just do my shtick, and if somebody likes it and sticks around or comes in, awesome. I really need to get back to doing my regular show, but the live streams are really what I was after. If I had been thought about doing live streams back before I started doing my shows, I might never have done my shows, because live streams really I wanted to directly interact with people, not comment on videos. And that's why my shows were what they are. I just clowning around. A lot of people don't get it. I still get emails. What is this ghost of 2015? It's clearly you. Never mind. Never mind. Or because I run a miracle and they're like, hey, have you ever used the Fleischmann Commander control system and combined it with your M84 digital relays? And I'm like, no. Have you looked at my videos? I don't even have static grass on my layout yet. But just all of you who stopped in on each stream, thank you very much. I can't tell you how much it means to me and even to Joyce to see you guys on the various live streams and chat with you, but to have you come here on my live stream when it's just going to be the same old trains and me babbling on and on like I'm doing now. So again, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm not even going to look at the likes and dislikes, because I know if we get even one dislike, Joyce will be in tears and refuse to sing again. So on behalf of me, everybody, thank you once again. Thank you 600 times over. It is awesome to have you here and to see you elsewhere. Take care. And as I always say, happy trains.